G'day fellow Cryptorians, and you're here with another episode of The Diary of a Crypto Noob with Sister Gold. Today I want to speak to you about scams. I want to cover this really early because I feel that this is something you should know really before getting into the space, so that way you're not taken off guard with a scam straight away. Like, God forbid that you ended up, putting your money into the wrong area and ended up losing it. That would be horrible. And it's just unethical. So I want to cover this really early so that you guys can be on the lookout and not get scammed early on in the piece, and also have that knowledge throughout your crypto journey. So what I want to start with, this is going to take a little bit, so I want to get straight into it, and we'll start with a little story about a 23-year-old Jonathan. He found a post on Facebook or one of those social medias offering him 50% returns on his investment paid monthly. Sounds like an awesome deal, really. He was skeptical, which is the right feeling to have. So he put $50 in. The only problem is that the scammer obviously had been doing this for a while, and after a month sent him $80 back, which was his initial $50 and $30 profit. Great, Jonathan thought, So in the meantime, he's putting hundreds of dollars in, thousands of dollars in to this scam. He's talking his friends and his family into it, dragging them all in on it, and they're putting all up. They paid over 20 grand to this scam. Once all the money was in, which would have been within the next month or so, the scammer disappeared. Never to see his money. Unfortunately, Jonathan copped the brunt of it, where he's got friends and family that won't even speak to him anymore, which really, you could look at it as Jonathan's fault, but in the end, these friends and families didn't do their own research, and why it's so important to do your own research. That's just one scam that has been around. So then you've got fake Bitcoin exchanges. Now, in 2017, South Korea authorities exposed a Bitcoin scam, which was a fake exchange called BitKRX. They presented themselves as the largest trading platform in the country. So again, people put their money into it, and the trading, the trading thing was exposed, and people lost a lot of money on that too. Another one is fake currencies. Fake currencies is really common. This is one to look out for. We're talking about a crypto coin that's usually for, a couple of pennies or, not even a cent, and it looks like the deal of a lifetime. So when you're new, a lot of the times you look at cryptos that are really cheap and you think, what a bargain. Not necessarily. So you are probably better off in this to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin rather than $100 worth of fake coin. So really with that, you need to, again, do your own research. So one particular took $6 million of customers' money, while people were paying money into this coin, and the money was going straight into the scammers' bank accounts. Never to be seen of, you know, after it all been, you know, established, the coin disappeared, and so did their money. So make sure that you go for coins that are reputable. And this is also why I tend to like to go for coins that have got some use case and have been around, and have got proof of their use case. And as I said, these coins may not give you the greatest returns, but they will give you returns. Don't have to worry about that. It just might not be the million X that you were looking for. You know, it might be 100X. It might be only a 50X or a 20X, but it's still a return, and you can't kick that out of bed, can you? Old school scams. I bet you've probably seen one of these, you know, taxman, you know, you get an email from the taxman saying you owe money, or a phone call even, and they want you to turn it into Bitcoin and send it to them for payment. Taxman ain't ever going to ask for Bitcoin. I'll tell you that right now. If someone does, there's a good chance it's a scam. So just be really careful. Also, the other one is emails about famous celebrities have found this great investment and they want you to invest in it too. Well, I can tell you that Chris Hemsworth doesn't want you to invest in his coin. He doesn't have a coin. He's not even promoting a coin. I don't even think he's got cryptocurrency. Maybe he does, but he's not out there about that. So, Vitalix does not want you to send him 5 ETH so he can send you back 10. That's another one, but we'll get on to that. Ponzi schemes. Okay, well-known Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff created a pyramid scheme where it's what it sounds like. The people down the bottom pay the investors at the top. You know, there's another one, 2019, 3 men were arrested for $722 million crypto fraud. The men had an operation called Bit Club Network. For years, the scheme solicited money from investors in exchange for shares in a crypto mining pool. Investors didn't get paid for that, obviously. So that's basically your Ponzi schemes. And there's heaps of them out there, so just be really careful. Malware. Malware is a bug on your computer that is put there by a hacker who wants to get your passcode, your bank details, your private keys. So what they do is they put this malware on there and they can see what you're doing on your computer. This malware can be gotten, like you can get it off emails. You can get it from going to web pages. You can also get it from messages sent on Facebook. So be really careful what you open, because just opening it can put malware on your computer. Clicking on links can put malware on your computer. My recommendation is make sure that you have a malware protector. to protect your information. It's really important, especially when you get down the track and you got some great profits. You don't want to be giving that to some, person overseas or somewhere over there. It could be even in your own town. I don't know. And you won't ever know either, because those things are pretty hard to track. The other one, pump and dumps. Pump and dumps are basically when a coin goes right up and comes right back down. Pretty much there's no gains. It's just basically up and down. There are Telegram groups that associate with pump and dumps, and they tell you to put your money in on this day and, before this time, and leave it in there till, for 3 hours and take it out. Unfortunately, after 2 hours, they've taken their baggies out and you're left holding an empty sack, basically. So be really, really careful of pump and dumps. Just stay away from them. So then you've got imposters. There are so many different imposters out there. So I'm going to break this down. YouTube imposter. So the YouTube imposter, there's a couple of these as well. So if you watch a YouTube video and you see, you write a comment, oh, thanks for the info, you're doing great, whatever. And then afterwards, you get a message from what you think is the YouTube influencer. This is not necessarily them. In fact, it's nobody to do with them. They will ask you to contact them on WhatsApp, and they will then you go and message that person. You think, oh, okay, I'll message them, and their spiel is basically that they are their financial, advisor, and they're going to help you make money. I'm sorry. If that was the case, the YouTuber wouldn't be making videos. The videos themselves are there to help you make your money. But there is nobody out there. I mean, there is a couple of Caleb and Brown, I know, is one highly recommended broker, but an influencer is not going to get you to talk to them on WhatsApp. It's just not going to happen. So be careful of the YouTube imposter. There is also the YouTube video imposter. So when you see a ad before the YouTube video, usually with Vitalics or Elon Musk is another one I've just recently seen, and you can send them 5 ETH and they'll send you 10 back. Or if you enter your details, you can win some money, and I guarantee you probably have to send them Bitcoin or something like that. Be so careful of those. They are not what they see. Nobody is going to send you double back what you send them. Period. It is a scam. Why would Vitalik send you 10 ETH after you send them 5? Why can't he just send you 5 ETH? Little things like that you do need to take into consideration when you see these things before you go into it. Ask yourself, why are they doing this? What is the motivation behind Vitalik's giving you 10 ETH? Besides putting more ETH out there, which I don't think he's going to do. And don't get me wrong, I know like BitBoy's got his YouTube video where he is actually giving away some cryptocurrency, but he doesn't have an arbitrage group, so that's a scam. So when you see these, don't click on them. Just as soon as you can skip the video, just skip it. If you watch the actual snippets of the actual people that are doing the video, they don't actually ever say anything about giving away ETH or giving away Bitcoin. It is actually a snippet from an interview that they may have mentioned Ethereum or may have mentioned Bitcoin. But then it's not coming out of their mouth that they are actually giving away this. So be careful of that one. Website imposter. This one is a little bit, look, it's easy to find out when you know, but it's probably not one that you would realise until it's too late. Say, for instance, you're using the Aussie exchange CoinSpot. So you want to look it up because, rather than putting in www.coinspot.com.au or whatever it is, you just do a Google search, CoinSpot. And you see the top one and goes, oh, yep, that looks like it. You click on it, and instead of coin being spelt with an O, it's spelt with a 0. Or the I and the O are back to front, or something just isn't quite right. That is not CoinSpot. That is actually an imposter website who is wanting you to put in your login details so that way they can then take your details and drain you of your crypto. So be really careful when you click on the search, when you search a exchange, that you do click on the right one, because the wrong one will cost you money. Then you've also got mobile apps, the mobile app Imposter. So the app is an app that is, say for instance, again, CoinSpot app, and I'm not saying that CoinSpot's got one out there. I'm just saying, using that as an idea. It could be Binance, it could be any of those exchanges or something to do with crypto, and you click on it and download it to your phone and you put in your details. Now, something will be off about the actual app. It could be the color. It could be the logo's a bit off. So apparently this happens more to Androids than it does to Apple, I would say, because with the Android ones, you're more likely to search them up on a website than to go to the Play Store, whereas Apple, it's easier to go to the Apple Store, which generally sticks with the legit ones. Not saying that it doesn't happen. It happens to either. It's just apparently more prevalent in the Android world. So social media imposter. A while back there was, Twitter had a whole pile of celebrities that got hacked, and then they asked for money, and crypto and that sort of thing. And the guy who did it, I mean, he got busted for it, but that is a way to lose some of your money through that. There's also fake crypto chat groups that will have on there that the logo and everything like that, but just like you could have someone steal your photo and make up a pretend Facebook page of you, it can happen with cryptocurrency as well. So be totally aware of that one. So they basically, they don't even necessarily, it could be a bot that's actually been set up for this. And Telegram actually comes to mind. I know that there's a reserve rights token group that's real and there's one that's fake. So, and really you can't tell the difference. But one thing that I found that was a miss on that, because I did join it and I looked at it, they're always wanting you to click on something, or go to somewhere, or go to some giveaway or something along those lines. So just be careful about that one as well. I guess the social media imposter, that's unfortunately what happened to Jonathan at the start. He found one of those. Imposter emails. As you get more into the space, you are going to get more and more and more Bitcoin emails, and people that you associate will probably actually get Bitcoin emails. Basically they're scammers that want you to spend, I think one of them's like $250. They want you to put $250 into something that, they can actually help you grow your crypto portfolio, and they're going to, do all these wonderful promises, and nothing will ever come from it. You probably will lose $250 at the best. I've seen ones that are up to $5,000. So be really, really careful of that. And why get someone else to invest your money when it's easy enough to do it yourself? That's, that's one of the things. Basically, it's a little bit of a cop-out, getting someone to invest your money for you when it's easy to do it yourself once you know how. WhatsApp imposter. This is the great YouTube imposter. Usually he leaves comments down below after you comment. So he replies to your comments with, WhatsApp, phone, contact my financial manager on this number. Again, no YouTuber is going to give you advice personally on how to invest your money. That's why they're making videos. So, that's a bit of a rundown of all the scammers that I can... Sorry, I do have some notes here. Because there are so many, fake currencies and old school scams, and and look, I'm sure there's so many more out there as well. And as Bitcoin goes up in price, you're probably going to get flooded with them. They're going to be coming thick and fast. So make sure that you do your due diligence. One thing I found with these sort of imposters, if you get to speak to them, and it's not just a link that you click on, ask a lot of questions. Ask them a lot of questions. How do you know that? If it's the WhatsApp guy, what you do is you go, so how long have you been there? And how do you know them? And just ask them so many, and just keep going around and keep asking. You can ask them the same question a couple of times, They will try and avoid a lot of questions. They will become a bit pushy about, you know, you need to invest this now, like, you know, you need to, they kind of act like their time is precious, but really what they're doing is, if you take too long to do the initial deposit, then they move on, because there's people that won't think about these things. They won't ask the questions. They'll just go, yeah, no worries, you're with so-and-so. We believe you, and put the money in straight away. So they become pushy, impatient, and so you need to find out, or you need to think about, why are they doing this for you? Why are they helping you? Like, what's their motives? Are they legit? Like, you know, ask questions that will make them wonder, you know, make you go, well, okay, I think they're legit. Or, you know, and ask. Look, with the WhatsApp one, I've had it many times. The first time I had it, I actually messaged the YouTuber and said, are you really wanting to help me with this? You know, is this a scam, or, you know, are you? And the answer came back, it was a scam. So that is, you know, ask questions. But at the moment, the YouTube scammer is really big. You can go to any cryptocurrency influencer, and you'll see that in their comments there's someone trying to send them to WhatsApp. And so be careful, be skeptical, and ask a lot of questions. That's sort of it for my scammers. Yeah, they don't want to spend too much time on you to get you to put the money in, but once you start putting money in, they'll milk it for what it's worth. So just be careful, look into things, do your own research. And on that note, I look forward to seeing you soon in the letter B. Okay, have a great night. Bye-bye.